Welcome back, guys. It's time for week 3 of our online Kixx PE lessons. We hope you've been enjoying the first 2 weeks. We've had some amazing feedback so far, but we'd love to hear how you guys are getting on at home. So if you don't know how to find us at Kixx, if you search on Facebook or social media for Kixx, followed by the name of the area or town that you live. So for instance, if it's Doncaster, you search Kixx Doncaster. If it's Selby, you search Kixx Selby. Okay, let us know how you've been getting on. We'd love to hear your feedback. We've got another super fun lesson today, guys, and our focus is football. So get yourselves ready, find some space, grab a drink, come back, and we'll go through the warm-up together. Right, guys, time to get all warmed up. So just like we did last week, we're going to go over what we learned in last week's session just to get us moving. So if you can remember, we did running and jumping last week. So I'm joined by Coach Jamie, hi guys, who's going to take us through our warm-up. Now, exactly the same as we did last week. You're going to get your obstacles in a line, and all Coach Jamie's going to do is just 1 foot between each of the gaps on the first time through. On we go. And a little jog back round to the start. This time, he's going to put 2 feet between each of the gaps. And all the way back, and on the last one through, all he's going to do, he's going to shuffle side to side in a bit of a zigzag through each of those spaces. Fantastic. Now remember, guys, what we were looking at last week is that balance and coordination. So remember, with our balance, we've got a big line straight down the middle. Is it pointing up straight all the time? And our coordination are those feet working with our heads in time. So you've got 1 foot between the gap, 2 feet between the gap, zigzagging through the cones. I want you to do that 5 times. So once you've done it 5 times, guys, come back to the video and we'll get started with our football lesson. Right, guys, so today's lesson, like we said, it is football. So for our lesson today, you need some space at home. You can do it indoors or outdoors. Just make sure you've got a clear, safe space where you're not going to trip over anything. And you also need a football tee, okay? If you haven't got a football like me today, you can use anything you've got at home. You could use some socks as a small ball. If you've got anything else that looks like a ball, that's perfect too. But if you haven't got anything, guys, everything we're doing is all about the movements, the balance, the coordination that we learned last week. So you can imagine you've got a ball or something circular at your feet, and it's all about how we react and how we react to a ball moving. So try your best to find something, guys, but if you can't find anything, don't worry about it. Right then, guys, it's time to get started with our football lesson. Now, before we start, I'm going to go through our 2 learning outcomes from today's lesson. So the first one is balance. If you remember, we did that last week in our running and jumping lesson. So we're talking about balance, how we balance with the ball and how we balance when we're moving with objects. That's what we're going to look at today. The second one is agility. So don't worry about that yet. We're going to learn a little bit more about agility later. But to start with for our football lesson, like always, we're going to start nice and simple, build our way up. So I've put an area, and I've got Coach Matt helping me today. Hi guys. Coach Matt's going to start in the middle of the area and our ball's in the centre. Now the focus for this one is, can we keep our balance? Remember, the balance is if we put a straight line down our body, it's pointing up straight all the time while that ball stays still. So Coach Matt, all you're going to do to start with is just some nice and steady toe taps on that ball. So what I want you to do, guys, just watch Coach Matt's feet for me. When we do a toe tap, the bottom of his foot needs to touch the top of the ball. Now I want you to think like this. The football isn't a trampoline, so it's not going to bounce, so I don't need you to put any pressure on the ball. It just needs to touch the top, because if we're doing that, it means we've got good balance on our leg that's on the floor. Now as we go a little bit faster, Coach Matt, the football's not a trampoline, start thinking that the floor is. So as your foot touches the floor, it's going to bounce back up onto the ball, and that helps us get a little bit of speed, but remember, keeping that balance, keeping that line up straight. Fantastic feet, Coach Matt. And stop there. Once you've done that one, guys, we've got another one. Now this one is our scissors. Now when we do our scissors trick, it's a trick that lots and lots of footballers like to use. So if you like football at home, guys, when you're watching Coach Matt, think of some footballers that you know that are good at this skill. I can think of one. Ronaldo's a really good one. Messi's another super good footballer. You guys see if you can think of some too. So Coach Matt, when we do our scissors, you're just going to start and bring your foot around and draw a circle that goes around the ball. Now the thing to remember for this trick, guys, is it's the big bit on the outside of your foot that goes around the ball. Because if we use that bit on the inside, just show us the inside, Coach Matt, we start to get your legs all tangled up and we start to lose our balance then. We start to fall over. So it's the outside and we go around and we go around. And as you get better and better, you go faster and faster. Now, here's the challenge for you guys at home. You're going to set the timer. you're going to set 60 seconds, 1 whole minute on the clock, and you're going to get somebody to help you count how many toe taps you can do on top of the ball. Off you go, Coach Matt, super fast. So you need to do them as fast as you can, but the rule is this: if that ball moves off of its spot, if it moves a little bit, that's okay, but if it starts to roll, start again. Start from 0. So 60 seconds on the clock, toe tap, see how many you can do. Once you've done that, grab a drink, have a rest. 60 seconds on the clock, see how many scissors you can do, guys. Give it a go, let me know how you get on, then come back for the next part of the video. Okay guys, time for our next part of our football lesson. So I'm joined by Coach Oliver.
Hi guys.
And Coach Oliver's going to show us through how we dribble with the football. What do I mean by dribbling? It means how we move with a football. So all Coach Oliver's going to do is he's using our shape. So I've set up the shape, looks a little bit like a diamond, and we've got 4 different colours. You guys can use 4 objects, or if you can find some paper at home, do a number 1, a number 2, a number 3, and a number 4, because that means we've got 4 different points which we'll be using a little bit later in the lesson. Coach Oliver, all you're going to do is dribble from the green, around the orange, and back to the green. Now remember guys, start off nice and slow, but remember what we're learning today. So we're looking at the balance still, okay? So when Coach Oliver's dribbling, is his body standing up tall? Is that centre line we speak about staying up straight, or is it wobbling? Because you've got a ball at your feet, so it's important that we keep that ball moving forwards, but little tiny kicks, okay? If we do big kicks, the ball's going to run away. We have to run faster and our balance starts falling over. So keep an eye on Coach Oliver. So Coach Oliver, jump on the yellow one this time. When you get good at it, guys, you can move on to the next 2 points. These are a bit further away. If you've got more space, use more space. Okay, now what Coach Oliver's going to do is dribble from the yellow to the blue. Because it's further away, he can take bigger touches. Okay, still not massive ones, we don't want him to lose the ball and have to chase after it, but bigger touches so that he can go a little bit faster. Keep an eye on his balance. Off you go, Coach Oliver. Fantastic, hold it there. So remember guys, I want you to go have a practice. 2 minutes on this, 2 minutes, have a practice. If it's easy, go faster. If you find it tricky, go slower. But remember all the way through, have I got balance? If you feel like you're starting to fall over or starting to trip over your feet, you've not got balance there. So slow it down and try again. Once you've had 2 minutes guys, come back and we'll go through the next part. Great job so far guys. Now we're going to start looking at our learning outcome number 2. Can you remember what it was? It was agility. So that's a new word for a lot of us, okay? So agility means being able to change direction quickly. Okay, so all I want you to think is if I'm running in a straight line and I shuffle to the side, I need to be able to use good agility to be able to move and keep that balance as well. They all tie into each other. So Coach Oliver, you're going to start this one for us in the middle of our diamond without a ball. Now, a great way to test agility is to test his reaction. So like I said, I've got 4 colours. You could have used 4 numbers or 4 objects. Now, if I say yellow, he has to get to yellow, touch the cone, get back to the centre point. Okay? So he's going to listen out for whatever colour I shout. Now, what I want you guys to watch at home is how are his feet reacting? Are his feet together? Is he flat on his feet? Or is he ready to move? Let's watch. Are we ready? He's going to go to orange. Yellow, blue, green, blue, yellow. Fantastic. Did you notice, guys, how he was never sat on his feet? He was never flat on his feet, and he could always move quickly. So agility, remember, is to change direction quickly. Now you've done it like that, what I want you to do is have 1 turn like that, and then 1 turn with the football, okay? So have your first turn, 60 seconds, ask your grown up, ask whoever's at home to shout the different colours out, and then come back and we'll do it together with Coach Oliver with a football, and you guys can do it with me. Okay guys, good job. Now this time we're going to do it together, so you need to get a football ready just like Coach Oliver is over there. Once you've got your football ready, you're going to start in the centre of our diamond. And just like we did before, it's all about reacting to the different colours. But this time, you're going to dribble your football there, dribble it back to the centre. So let's go yellow, blue, orange, Now remember guys, I want you guys at home doing this with me, so keep your football moving. So whatever colour I shout, that's where you're going to travel to. So keep following Coach Oliver. Let's go to yellow. Let's go to orange. Back to centre. Excellent. So guys at home, if you're not using colours, remember you can use anything you like. Just keep reacting to the cones, reacting to where we're going to move to. Okay. Once you've had a few goes at that one, guys, start going faster. Start setting your own challenges. Maybe use 3 different colours or 3 objects. So if it was me, I could go yellow, orange, blue, and he'd have to go to the yellow, to the centre, to the orange, to the centre, and to the blue, to the centre. Test yourself, guys. I want you to have 3 minutes on this. So pause the video. 3 minutes on this challenge, come back for our final part. Okay guys, it's time to finish off our lesson with a fun challenge. Now, we are going to play a pirate game. So we've got Captain Matt to help us with this one. Now Captain Matt, do you know why pirates are called pirates?
I don't know, Coach, but why are pirates called pirates?
Because they are! Anyway, what Coach Matt's going to do is he's going to use his balance and his coordination to get through our obstacles. Now these are going to be sharks in the sea, so we need to watch out for these sharks because they might bite your toes, Coach Matt. So you need to use those fast feet, you need to use that agility to go side to side and that balance to keep that ball in front and stay up straight. Once he gets through the shark, he gets to steal some treasure because pirates love to steal treasure. Once he's stolen some treasure, he has to go back through the shark. Once he gets back to his starting point, we're going to use the spot on the floor. You guys can use anything and put the treasure down and he can keep going. We're going to set him 60 seconds on the clock to see how many pieces of treasure he can steal. You guys can set your own challenges. If you think it's easy, put some more sharks down. If you think it's tricky, use less sharks down. Let's see how Coach Matt gets on his first turn. Ready, Coach Matt?
Ready.
Go! Great feet, Coach Matt. In and out. Super job. Now guys at home, did you see what Coach Matt did then? He put a cone, a piece of treasure on his head. Now if he didn't have good balance, what do you think could happen to that? It'd fall off. Great test to do. So if you think you've got good balance, stick the treasure on your head. Keep going, Coach Matt, let's watch some more. Fantastic. Keep going, Coach Matt. Well done, guys. So give this a go at home. Have as many turns as you like. So we've set 60 seconds on the clock. Coach Matt's going to keep going and we're going to see how many pieces of treasure he can steal. You guys see how many pieces of treasure you can steal. When you've finished, don't forget to come back to the video and we'll finish it off by asking you a few questions to see what you've learned.
I follow the pirate code.
Well done today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson. So just before we finish up, myself and the coaches, we want to ask a few questions and go through what we've learned today to see if we've been paying attention.
Okay guys, so when we're thinking about agility, I was doing the agility part, so I was moving from side to side as quick as I can. I want you to focus on your foot movement when you're doing that. We have to be on our toes, not flat on our feet.
Hi guys, Coach Matt here, just recapping on the balance aspect of the session. So as always, it links in with any kind of movement and certainly with what Oliver has just said regarding the agility aspect of the class and all movements going forward. So remember, we have a base of support, keep our body and our body weight slightly leaning forward and make sure that we have our centre line all the way through our body.
Hi guys, it's Coach Jamie here and it's homework time for you guys at home. So what other sports incorporate everything that Oliver and Matt and Coach Tom has taught us today? So you've got your agility, coordination and your balance. Make a list at home and see how many you can get. get.
And guys, the most important thing is I hope you've all had fun today. We want to do these lessons for you to learn things, but also enjoy. If we're enjoying sports, we're going to keep active, we're going to keep healthy. So well done today, guys. Feel free, if you get some spare time, have another go at this lesson, have another go at the last 2 weeks we've done before this. Other than that, we'll see you next week for another super fun Kixx lesson.